bitches menage, fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did shit with Mariah.
He portrayed it to be a hate crime as well as a homophobic crime. Soon as I heard the allegations that was being made, I automatically had questions. Apparently, he got to Chicago and he went out to get some pizza at, I believe, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was attacked. To me, it just did not make sense. As of this morning, he was arrested, but he has since put a bond up, and he is out on bond right now. Personally, from the get-go, I did not believe it at all. Number one, I wanted to know why are you a celebrity going out at 2 o'clock in the morning, getting pizza by yourself? Number two, I wanted to know why no one else heard you screaming, kicking, and fighting back. And number three, where was everybody else at? So you were the only one there. You don't have a team. You don't travel with your friends or your family. Like, y'all have a very big family that's in the entertainment business. It's damn near like 10 of y'all. So none of your family members was there with you. So it just did not make any sense to me. For me personally, I kind of took it kind of personal because, number one, he's a black African male and he's a part of the LGBT community. So it's like we're already still fighting as a black African culture to get the respect and still to be equal. But then in the gay community, you just put us 10 steps back when we're still trying to fight to be accepted. Tiana, I know me and you did agree on this whole situation that it just was not right. For me, I think at this point he just needs to apologize, own up to it, and maybe he'll get invited back to the barbecue. What do you think? Because he's definitely not invited at the barbecue.
But just because he's famous, he can't go out and get something by himself?
I mean, not saying that he can't go out by himself, but you don't have no friends and family that you travel with?
He was home. They say he was home. He was leaving home. His apartment complex.
He got there or whatever. He said he was home.
Okay, but yeah, you don't got no food in your fridge. It's Uber Eats. It's all these sorts of spots that deliver. You wanted pizza. You got Pizza Hut. So you got Papa John. You got Domino's.
You're supposed to just do all that. You can't go out. Sometimes people want to go out.
I mean, but
I did think about it that way.
But yeah, you could think about it like that too. But at the same time, you have to understand that when you're famous, you can't move like a regular person does.
True.
You
If
can't
you want
do
to,
that.
you can, but those are the risks.
But
that
that's not. It's just not. It's a risk, and it's just not a safe thing to do. Number one, you're a black African male, and you are a black gay African male at that. So at any given time, someone could, yell out.
So you're supposed to walk around scared for the rest of
You're
your
not
life?
supposed to walk around scared, but you're supposed to be smart about it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm driving up,
I don't agree.
if I'm driving up to a gas station, and if I see a whole gang of guys there, I probably know in my head what they want to do. They want to try to sell me some type of drugs or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to go to that gas station because I'm a black gay guy. So you just have to be smart about it.
He can't go his whole life living in fear like that.
But it's not living in fear. It's being smart.
That's not smart. You're telling him to walk in a box for the rest of his life because he's a
I'm
black
not.
gay
No.
famous man.
I'm not saying walk in a
smarter.
box. I'm not saying walk in a box. I'm just saying be more cautious of the way you move because
But it
you're
is
a
2 o'clock in the morning, so he probably think it ain't too many people. I mean,
But you're a celebrity in the
he
public
stages
eye.
things, but in a regular sense, I would think it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Not many people will be out. Let me just go run and get me something to eat and come back.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
But
if it was the broad day, that'd be differently. But he's not assuming that there's somebody lurking around the corner that's gonna jump out on him.
And come on, you keep saying because he's gay. What if he was a rapper and he wanted to go get something to eat? Would you feel different about that?
I mean, I probably would, but you have to understand when you're.
I mean, you're holding black gay men to a stereotype.
that's what
No.
that you don't want others to hold on.
I'm saying
It's
this that,
2019. This ain't.
and we're still fighting to be accepted.
But if you're black, if you're gay,
Even though we're in 2019, we are still fighting to be accepted. It's still people out there that still do gay bashing
Yeah.
for men and for women, but more so for men.
Yeah.
And you know,
Especially
when you
a black man.
right, a black man at that. So when you're a black gay man, you just have to be cautious of the way you move. Yes, you in a sense, and in one breath, you can say it comes with the territory because you know when you sign up and when you come out publicly like that, you know, you have to be ready to accept anything that comes your way. Now, I'm not telling him to live in a box all his life. What I'm saying is, you know, by you being a black gay male, you have to be more cautious on how you move. That's it.
So why y'all think he lying though?
The proof is in
And
the
for the
pudding.
record, I just found out that he was really gay. Though. I thought that was just a role.
A character he
Yeah,
played?
I swear I
No.
just found that out
He's
a couple days
definitely
ago.
gay.
So why y'all think he lying though?
For me, like I said, it was just a lot of questions that it was just a lot of answers that I needed answered.
That he wasn't giving.
Right,
Tell
and
me for the same
it didn't make no sense because also he wouldn't give up his phone to law enforcement. He would not give up his phone to law enforcement.
If they really want, they can get anything in his phone without him.
Well,
giving it.
Which
now they
clearly
can.
they
He
did.
wasn't a suspect before, so they needed his cooperation.
Right.
Now that he's a suspect, they're gonna subpoena those records.
Well, as soon as he did that with the phone situation, he became a suspect.
And so I was talking about it with one of my friends, and he was saying that you know he would have never given up his phone too because he got all sorts of pictures in
Right.
there and all that kind of, and they would have used it against him. And I'm like, still, if
Who, the
someone,
police?
yeah,
How?
well, you know, they say Chicago police is cricket anyway. But my thing is, what I had to explain to him is like, if you was beaten down and they did all this kind of stuff to you,
Right.
when they tied, what it was called that they tied around his neck, the noose. They tied the noose around his neck, and obviously, if they do that, they damn, they're trying to kill you. So if someone has done that to you, and you come out publicly about it, why would you not want to help law enforcement or help whoever try to find out who did
Right.
that to you?
I agree.
So from right then and there, when I heard that, it just did not make sense. And then for him to actually get arrested, that means law enforcement
Well,
had
now,
enough.
yeah.
They have
Enough
enough
evidence.
evidence for them to, you know, pursue any type of criminal
I
charges.
wouldn't have believed anything until they showed that footage of the two. Did you see the footage of the two brothers actually buying the ski mask, buying the red hat?
The brothers?
Yes, the two people that he that were
Oh.
alleged. Everything is alleged. Let's
That
say
they have
he has
receipts
not
of him sending them money to go buy the stuff from
allegedly,
a store that's
allegedly.
in the area.
And how do you know that?
Allegedly, this is what
Allegedly.
this is what.
But
they're
they do
saying.
have the two men that were brought in for questioning on camera purchasing a ski mask clear as day, red hats, I think the rope.
Right, it was the rope.
They were all this is laid out on the counter. I think it was just so stupid to
I was
do it
just-
right around the corner from where you live. Like, why? They would
Mind
have
you,
to
one of the guys
find-
has been on Empire with him.
Yeah, they were extras before.
And he work on the TV show. Don't you know better than him watch CSI? None of that?
That's what I'm thinking. But
Yeah.
it was just, I don't know. And then the reasoning they
Well,
said
y'all just
was,
made me. At first, I thought he was telling the truth though. But
they
after y'all
said the
saying all that-
reasoning was that he felt he wasn't making enough per episode on the show. So he thought that, I guess, staging this whole scenario would help him
So what do you
maybe
think gonna
get
happen now?
publicity.
Out of all
He
the
might get
things
kicked off the
in
show.
the
Hell if I
world
know.
that you could have done, you went and did something like this.
Get yourself beat up.
So what y'all think gonna happen to him now on the show?
I feel like Lee Daniels is going to fight to keep him on there
Yeah,
because they
I
have
think
a
so,
strong
too.
relationship. Personally, something wrong with him mentally. Honestly, if this is the extent you went, instead of
To
getting
get
your
beat
lawyer
up.
to try to renegotiate something
Yeah.
after the season or whatever, for you to take this route, I feel like there's something wrong there mentally. If I was a really good friend of his, I'll just let him know straight up. I think you're wrong. It was messed up what you did, and you need to get some help. But it wouldn't make me withdraw my support of him as a person. I'm just gonna tell him that was messed up what you did.
Because you can't deny talent.
I heard somebody say that.
Damn talent. I'm talking about as a
They was
person.
finna get rid of
Yeah.
him.
No,
Well, I don't-
Fox put
I-
out
I-
a statement that
For
Fox
them
put
to
out a
get rid of-
statement and said that they were not pulling back. They probably are now since he's actually been
Definitely.
arrested.
I believe
Definitely.
that Fox will try to, but I believe Lee
No.
Daniels and everybody
gonna-
is
yeah.
gonna, you know,
Like Taraji, she very vocal. I don't think she's gonna be that mom voice that says,
right.
Yeah.
Why
And
the
at this
hell
point,
did
she
you do
needs to
this?"
be.
I
At
seen
this
Tyler
point.
Perry was on his side too.
Well,
that was
Tyler
before
Perry,
everything.
No, he
No,
put out
after.
a statement
Afterwards?
recently.
I wasn't there yesterday.
He said that initially he was in support of him. Even now, so he's praying for him. And if what they're saying about him that he staged it is true, it's messed up, and that he basically, like, he set his community back and whatever the case is, but he's still praying for him. That's what he
It's
said.
just not a good
And I
look
think
for.
so.
It's not a good look for black people, and it's not a good look for the gay community. Period.
It's not.
It's just not, because you have so much people rooting for you.
We'll
like,
keep our brother in prayer.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
pray
we
for
can
him.
He messed up. This is a big L for all of us right now.
I mean,
Anybody that's associated to any cause that he could be associated with, it's a L. We just got to take it.
I just want to know why.
Hello, they told you why.
But it has to be something deeper.
I
Well,
think
he
he'll
not
come
gonna
out and
admit
tell
it.
the truth
I
eventually.
don't
But
think so.
at this point, he
You don't think
needs
so?
to.
No, I don't think so. I think he's
So he
gonna
like a
fight it tooth
female.
and nail.
They just keep their lie to the
There you
end.
go.
Cause that's how females don't never
To
confess.
the grave.
They
Well,
take it to the
that's a whole
grave.
nother. That's a whole nother argument. That's
the
definitely a whole
grave.
nother argument. But I think at this point, he just needs to own up to
I
what
don't
he
think he's
did
gonna do that.
and just apologize.
I think he
They
will.
have to
That's- 'cause-
literally catch him, like, they have to have him on tape. They have to have, like, I think they have to have him on tape. Any other thing, he has Mark Garagos on his team. They're going to explain the hell out of every single connection that they have.
I mean, but at this point, is there really any explaining to
Right.
do?
Well, the exchange of money.
Damn, I'm agreeing with
I'm
Jamal.
sure he didn't put. I'm
That's not
sure.
a bad thing.
I know that.
I'm
That's actually a
sure
smart thing.
he did
And
not
You should do that a lot more.
I'm sure on the check he wrote or whatever, because they say he wrote a check or something for $3,500. I'm sure he didn't put for kidnapping tools. He's
But-
gonna try to explain away anything that he can that
Oh,
ties.
he got to justify all
He
that.
has to
Okay.
It's
justify
no
all of that.
justification because you have the two guys that you're hiring.
It doesn't.
that
It's
you
my
hire
word against
say
yours.
the same
They're
thing.
using this as a tool. If I'm Jussie, they're using this as a tool
But what
to
do
get
they have to gain out of that, though?
exposure. Now y'all in limelight. Y'all on Good Morning America. Y'all on CNN. Y'all on all the major news networks.
And
because
we're
being
talking about it.
associated with me.
And we're a big platform.
Thank
Little do
you.
they know.
And
I
so,
know that's right.
people are talking about it. So they're using it for exposure. They were just extras. I befriended them, and they took advantage. They took advantage of me as an actor, and they flipped this for their own exposure. That's what I would say.
Okay, well, potato. At the end of the day, he was wrong.
He wrong.
The whole community took a loss, and for me, I just want him to come out and apologize, own up to it, and then maybe we'll invite him back to the barbecue next year.
So,
Yeah.
so what is he? This month, come on, Jesse. What is he? This month, you gonna call him?
Oh well, let's see who else we got first. Let's see. Do we want to put? Let's talk about the whole Tristan. Oh no, let's do the whole Monique and Steve Harvey thing. Because that has been going on for a while now, and I have been following it from day number one, and I honestly think that I'm riding with Monique. Like, Monique has stuck to her same story since day number one, which does not make that, right. But, she's been consistent with it. If she goes against her husband, if she goes against her friend, she's still just telling her truth, and she has not lost her integrity, and she's held on to it. And I feel as though that if you're in the business in any sort of way, you should not let money take over your soul. And basically, she went on the Steve Harvey show, I think about 2-3 weeks ago, and Steve Harvey basically told her, get the money over what you believe in.
I think that was mistaken, honestly.
But he said it out of his mind. Then he came back and apologized for what he said.
It, but what I think he was trying to get across, maybe he just spoke fast or misspoke, is that you don't have to lose the money to still fight your fight. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
True.
And she has come across as this woe is me, scorned woman, and that's just like getting in a new relationship with somebody. Let me finish. That's like getting in a new relationship with somebody, bringing the baggage of your old relationship and taking it out on a new person that's trying to be patient with you. You might be mad at Lee Daniels or you might be mad at Oprah, but you continue to go on different forums like The View and be too aggressive with people when telling your story. When somebody's trying to give you a voice, you can still get your point across without nailing me to the cross too. I didn't have anything to do with this. And she's very aggressive. If you don't agree with her, in every form or fashion, she's sticking you. And I don't think she has to take that route. I believe in expressing yourself because I speak up for myself all the time. But it's just how you do it.
The only thing I want to say about that is she can't get mad at nobody else because if she want to stand up for something, but she want everybody else. Like, I can't stand up for something and say fuck you, and then want everybody else to say fuck you too. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She felt like everybody else that her so-called friends were supposed to be behind her. They stood behind what she was saying, but once you go to saying fuck this person and fuck these people, I gotta step back.
But
I can't be
she's
in
a
that.
comedian, and when she said that, she was in the comedian role.
No, she wasn't.
She was on the stage when she said that. She was a comedian. She was at a show.
She's real aggressive.
She was speaking her truth.
She was at her show.
And you can turn people off with your aggressiveness.
Right.
You have to dial it back
sometimes.
sometimes.
But the thing about it is that I think the reason why she's being aggressive towards those people is because behind closed doors, those people have said, Monique, you're not wrong.
Were you behind closed doors?
This is what she has said, and this is what those people have told her as well. Steve Harvey has came out and said that. It's recordings where Tyler Perry has admitted and said sorry for those things that she's recorded him saying.
But she continues to bark at everybody. I understand.
But she's paving a way for other people.
Well,
so if she don't fight for it.
All right, come on. If me and you had a job, we were at a job, and then we leave work. We discuss our boss. We cuss him out, tell him what he is. When we get back to work, you cuss your boss out. You think I'm going to follow you to do that? And cuss the boss out with you?
I mean,
no,
I don't
because I'm not finna lose my job because I got kids to take care of.
I don't think that's
so. What we talked about behind closed door, that between me and you. But when you do something stupid like cuss the boss out, I'm not gonna follow behind you.
And that's what she's doing.
I'm not gonna follow behind you.
It's the people that can hire her and give her give her jobs. She hasn't had many mainstream jobs anymore because of her attitude and how she's approaching people. And you just got to do it differently. You can lose. You can lose the money in the job, like Steve was trying to say. I don't think he was telling her to sell herself out. It's just approach it differently. Because if you keep barking, nobody's going to want to be around you at all.
But and that is true.
You lose your entire platform.
It is all how you present it. But at the same time, you have to. If Monique was just to let this go by,
it's not letting it go by.
I'm saying if she was to let it go by, they would do this to Mary, they would do this to Takesha, they would do this to Shantae.
Tiana, and that's not what we're telling her to do.
She's fighting for what she believes in. Now, me and you...
There's other ways to fight
but we all just had a conversation about this yesterday, but she can be as passionate as she wants to about her deliverance.
Her delivery is bitter. It's not passionate. She lost passion a long time ago.
I mean,
And throwing darts at Oprah, one of the most influential black people in
that's
entertainment.
What I'm
I don't care what you say. You don't make her an
Oprah
enemy.
is not God.
She's not God.
Oprah is not God, and she's not Mother Teresa.
She is not.
And
Nobody
she's
said
not
she was
the
perfect,
only one that can hire people in the entertainment industry.
But I'm pretty sure if she says, don't mess with her, nobody ain't gonna mess with you.
Where is Monique's platform and where's Oprah's platform?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been like that.
And again,
though.
Tyler Perry, where's his platform and where's Monique's platform?
But it's always been like that.
Where's his platform and where's Monique's platform? She's
Lee
losing
Daniels,
clout.
They can be a little...
She's losing clout because of her attitude, and you have to be in the game to play. Period. She's pushing herself further and further out of the entertainment industry. Period, because of her attitude. Nobody wants to go to bat for her because she's so bitter, so angry, and it's not good working conditions for anybody that can hire her. She nobody wants to touch her.
But who is the people that has came out and said that they don't want to work with her?
Has she gotten any jobs?
Yes, she has. She's
done
movies.
Mainstream job, any real mainstream job.
What was the last movie she did with? I don't know. With Gabrielle Union and all them people.
Gabrielle Union.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a recent. It was
talking about that family movie that did? That was a while back.
And that went good, but that was after that whole situation.
No.
And it was after the whole situation. And then she's on Las Vegas doing a residency right now. I mean, either which way you put it, I feel as though what she's doing is very, I feel as though she should stick to doing it because I feel as though it's going to pay off in the long run for people like you, for people like me, for people like you, for anybody that's coming up under her.
So basically, her standing up for herself is going to help other people in the future.
That's true.
I believe that.
I believe in fighting for a cause, but like you said, it's just your delivery, and I don't agree with her being so bitter, so angry like that because she's pushing people away. So I just think she needs to switch up how she's doing it and learn to take constructive criticism because she is.
I think she takes the constructive criticism very well, especially from her peers.
I don't think so.
I think she's just a no nonsense person, and she's not gonna let Steve or Whoopi Goldberg tell her anything, and she's gonna just be like, okay, I get it. Oh yeah, okay, maybe I should have done that.
Do you think it's because she's a woman?
Of course.
If a man would have did it, it would have been a different outcome.
Of course.
But that's her fight, and she got to fight her fight. She's not a man.
And she's
not gonna
fighting
turn
her
into a man.
fight. She's definitely fighting it, and
Well,
I believe she's going to
I don't
stick to
think
it.
she winning.
And I think the outcome is going to be very good for her. I think the next movie role Monique is going to get is going to be the best that she's ever done.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm rooting for you, Mo girl.
I'm
So
rooting too.
let's
Hold your
get
attitude down a little bit.
Thank you.
stand up for what you believe in. I mean, she's doing like, you gonna let somebody push you over?
Nuh-uh.
No,
But
we agreed.
if
Don't
I
get
can
pushed
work it out
over.
where I can get my way and still make money, I'm gonna do it like that. I'm not just gonna quit and cuss everybody out. I'm gonna work it out.
I mean,
and
but
smooth
she's
it out.
still making money,
Because-
you know.
Yeah,
Not her full potential though.
not
I mean, she's,
yeah, right.
and she's
Not
definitely
her full
talented.
potential.
She's definitely
Definitely
one of the most talented women in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Very
My-
good
and she
comedian.
can
I
act. She
agree.
can play the drama.
When the last time we seen her in something funny though?
She was funny in the movie with Gabrielle Union.
That movie was so long ago. Come on.
That was 2017
What movie you talking about in
Come on.
2017?
with Gabrielle Union.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna pull it up. Let's go
Okay,
ahead and
let's put
talk
that on
about
pause.
your artist of the month.
Oh.
And then I'll have that name of that movie for y'all.
Hold on. Artist of the month. We want to give it to Gang Gang. The reason why I put Gang Gang for Artist of the Month, he just got a recent deal. I watched his brother since he first started to now. I have seen him give back to the community. I mean, he's staying consistent with his music. He's staying humble, and he also just did a tour with schools with Iceberg. So that's the reason why I picked him for the Artist of the Month. And I'm gonna play one of his new songs that he just dropped, I think like last month.
He's from Fort Lauderdale?
He's from Pompano,
Oh.
Exit
All right.
36. So shout out to Gang Gang and the whole Exit 36 camp.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Pompano.
We root for y'all.
So that's like the third one from Pompano?
Yeah, right now Pompano winning. I'm gonna get him that. Broward County Pompano winning right
All
now.
right, exit 36.
So we're gonna go into the song by Gang Gang. It's called Dead to Me, so here it is.
I remember that. I like that song though.
Let me back it up,
Yo.
I ain't never ever finna let a nigga play on me. And I ain't never finna let a bitch land on me. Finding out that you want solid, I was scared to see it. Yeah, you might still be alive, but you dead to me. I ain't never ever finna let a nigga play on me. And I ain't never finna let a bitch land on me. Finding out that you want solid, I was scared to see it. Yeah, you might still be alive, but you dead to me. Oh yeah, 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 you dead to me. Finding out that you want solid, I was scared to see. Yeah, you might still be alive, but you dead to me. Oh yeah, you dead to me. I can't believe I held the nigga close. I can't believe I held these bitches close. I can't believe I held a single no. Had to let it go. Spent my whole life helping out everybody. When I was down and bad, I ain't had nobody. Should've been focused on my money, fuck everybody. All this shit got me stressed and wanna catch a ball. Told me you wanna see me winning, why you fucking lying?
Shout out to Gang Gang, Artist of the Month. Exit 36, the whole camp, Pompano. Y'all stand up.
What's his
All
Instagram
right.
page?
Gang Gang 36.
So y'all make sure y'all go check out Gang Gang and all his music and especially people from Florida support the movement.
Definitely.
So let's get into our main topic, what we want to talk about. And I know Gator is dying to give his opinion
Why gotta be
on
that?
this
It's
whole
just something
situation.
that I deal with on the regular, that's all.
I don't really have a fight in this, but you know
But
I have an
you
opinion.
have an opinion. You
I
definitely
mean, you
have
know
an
I have my opinion. I'm always going to have an opinion. And so, should fathers who are active in their kids' life be on child support?
No. Hell no. All right, this is how I feel about that. I feel like if a female put a dude on child support, when they first, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't doing nothing at first, and he wasn't there. But over years, he have shown you that he's a good father. He can step up. He can be there financially. He can be there for the child. I think you should take him off. I don't think you should keep him on. But my thing about child support is not really the money issue. It's just the things that come along with it when you can't pay. Sometimes you can't pay. You have other things going on like as yourself. So you have to get your license get suspended. You can go to jail. Like you can't get no passport. Like it's a lot of stuff that come along with it that's bad, and a lot of dudes don't deserve it. You feel me? A lot of girls doing a lot of things out of spite, and I feel like that's not wrong. And I know Tiana probably have another way she feel about it. But me personally, if the dude is being there for the child, he shouldn't be on child support.
Being there in what sense? Because being there is different from being financially obligated to do for your child.
No, I just said it, being there financially and being there for the child.
Okay.
Like anything like support, spending time, anything. Even if he don't have the money financially, like long as if he's trying, he's making an attempt, he's doing what he can, and you know that's his best, then why would you still have more child support? That's like putting the police on somebody. Like that's how I feel.
Is there communication between the baby mama?
What you mean? Like them?
Are you is the father expressing to the mom, this is really the best I can do?
Right.
Like, are you making
is
that
there
known?
Agreement? You know, why was you put on child support in the first place?
Well, I'm gonna give you an example. Like I remember like a while back, my baby mama used to see me like out or see me and see like my presentation, my appearance, and be like, "Oh, you got it," but really I don't got. I might look like I got it, but I don't got it. Like I used to be in the
flosser.
No, I wasn't really. It's just all right. Look, I'm a DJ, so I might be in the club, whatever, chilling, hanging out. It looked good, but really I ain't got no money. The club gave me this bottle for free because I'm Gator. My little chick that I'm talking to done bought my outfit and shoe because she fucked with me.
Well, guess what?
So you was a bow wow.
You should have made her buy your baby something.
But when I got myself together, I was there every step of the way, and I never stopped since then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I feel like she should take me off, but then again, sometimes I feel like it is what it is. I just don't hate that. I just hate that the purge where you get locked up when they send a warrant out for your arrest, and then you got to pay the money, or you got to sit and go to court, and then when your license gets like one payment, your license gets suspended.
Really?
One payment.
Oh wow.
You know that?
One payment.
Not one.
Well, in my case, like if I'm like
I know one neither.
28 days behind, they suspend my license.
Oh, I heard something like that.
Yeah, 28 days behind, they suspend my license. Then I have to go down to the
She must got an inside connect somewhere.
Thank you.
Listen, then I gotta go down there. I gotta talk to these people, set up a payment arrangement. Then I gotta go down to the DMV, sit in line, and then pay extra money just to get my license back.
Okay, but again, why was you put on child? Why was you put on child support?
He just
It
told
has
you.
to be a reason initially, because if you was there from the get go, in my opinion, if you was there from the get go, it shouldn't be no reason for you to be on child support. She would know that, oh, well, I know Gator's a good daddy. I know he gonna step up to the plate. I shouldn't even have to go down here. Because when someone puts someone on child support, that means that it's some miscommunication somewhere that you're not stepping up to the plate doing what you have to do.
It should be like that. That's not the case.
It should.
And I feel like that's like 75% of the time. But a lot of these girls do shit out of spite. I'm not saying my baby mama did that, but a lot of girls do shit out of spite.
But even once they do it out of spite, you know the process that you go through, and the courts eventually decide who's responsible for what portion of support. They make a fair assumption. They're a neutral party. Even if she do go down there out of spite, they make a fair assessment of what you're responsible for and what she's responsible for. So just let it be what it is. Like, why is it so bad just because you don't get the chance to tell her I ain't got it this month?
Nah, to be honest, I pay unwillingly.
Right.
So I go down myself and pay.
Oh, yeah, we know.
They don't take it out of my check. I go down there every month willingly and pay them their money. So a lot of dudes pay child support because they ain't got no other choice. But I'm pretty sure, because they got a job, it automatically come out their check.
Right.
They have no say so. But I'm pretty sure half of them don't be wanting to get that money up like that.
They probably don't.
But let me ask this. Would it be different if the child was in custody of the father and the father was going after child support for the mother?
Different in what sense? Like would he feel differently about it?
Right.
It seems that he doesn't think that child support should be a factor, period. Is that it? Like, it should not, I mean, like going through a system.
I can only speak from my experience, but some dudes need to be on child support.
Right.
I'm not even gonna lie.
True.
And it's always the ones,
Ooh, they already called.
We got a caller. Hey.
It's always the ones that don't do shit don't get put on child support. Yeah.
All right,
Yo,
caller.
conversation with us.
Okay, I would like to say that no matter what, fathers of children with a while in their lives, you need to help them. So it doesn't matter if you're in my life helping me do anything. You need to support your children.
Wait, repeat that what you
can
just
support
said.
your children without child support.
I beg your pardon?
You can support your kids without child support.
Oh, so you're saying that you don't want them in the courts as long as they're doing something. If they're doing nothing, you might have to put them in the court. But other than that, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody's doing nothing at all, I'm talking about they doing nothing. They not trying to
I'm
get
taking them to the court.
Right.
I'm taking them
That's
to the court
understandable.
because I need some help too.
Right. I
And
understand
I want
that.
my child to have things that I want them to have.
I understand
If
that.
you're not going to help me willingly, I will put you in the court.
That make a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
All right. I was just calling in to say hey to my niece. Hey,
Hey,
Pooh.
Pooh.
Hey, thank you.
All right. I'm done.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm done until I hear the next topic. Until I hear the next topic.
Bye,
Thank you.
Peyton.
Bye.
So,
I agree. If you're not doing anything, I'm going to go to the courts. I'll work with you if you're working with me, but this is my thing. Don't come when it's time to, we're going to come to a reasonable agreement, right? Let's say you're going to give me $200 every 2 weeks, $200, whatever. Let's just say $200 every 2 weeks. Don't come to me and say, dang, I got to pay.
Such and such, such and such.
Because I can't tell your child that I can't. Give me what we agreed to. Let that be. I'm gonna work with it. But you can't come to me and tell me you don't have, because I can't look to your child and say that I don't have. And that's where I think people tend to disagree, because it's like, oh, well, I gotta do too. I have to take care of the child, and I have to make sure that things get done for me. If it happens once in a while, that's different. I'm not saying that I won't work with you, but you can't keep coming to me on different occasions saying I don't got because I want to do this and I want to do that, or I have to do this and that, because I have those same priorities, and I don't get to say I don't have. I have to make a way. If I could borrow it from somebody, you could borrow it from somebody. Make me the last person that you come to say I don't have and I can't.
I get it, and that makes sense too, because
You was gonna say something?
that makes sense too, because if it was on child support, it
Yo.
would automatically come out.
That's why.
Conversation with us.
Hi,
What's up?
I'm calling about the conversation.
Go ahead.
Child support.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Speak up, mama.
Hey, come on.
Hey, who is this?
This is Bellamy.
Hey, Bellamy.
Yo,
Hey, y'all.
what's good?
What's your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, you knew what you were dealing with before you got in the situation. So if you knew you had someone that just had the image and no money, what do you put them on child support for?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's the girl's fault because she knew she had a sorry ass baby daddy and
it's
she shouldn't have
nobody's
picked
fault.
him.
You put yourself in that situation. Some of them, you do have some bitter baby mamas who just doing it out of spite.
Well, that's true. Gator did say that it is some bitter baby mamas, but then I also feel as though it's some bitter baby daddies too, because they know they will have it and they'll just do it out of spite and not give it to her because they bitter that she with another guy, or she don't want to get him no
It's
play.
vice versa, but you knew what you had before you even got yourself in this situation. So if your baby daddy got all the followers on Instagram and he had no money and you let him, you have a baby with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the phone. Somebody on the other line.
Yeah. I feel what she's saying though. Like, you knew what you was getting yourself into though.
Oh, that's not true. That's not always true.
But sometimes people
Some
Guys
people
will
don't.
front to
Yeah,
put
they
on
do.
just
People don't
to get
show
the
their
girl.
ass
You're right.
until you got the baby
You're right.
with them.
You right.
They put up a good front until then.
What
Yeah,
my
because I have
situation?
plenty of homegirls that's in
I
this
was
same
broke.
situation right now.
Okay, but it's not about being broke. I will work with you if you give me something to work with. But don't keep coming to me with the woe is me story, because at the end of the day, if the child is in my primary custody, I can't turn to them and say, Mommy can't give you, I can't do it, because I have to make a way.
But I
Make
got
me
something-
your last priority. Make me and your child the last priority that you take from. If you got to borrow or something like that, do that before you tell me
But when you
I
say
can't.
about your child, what do you mean your bills?
Not just about, but
Like
do
what?
it for the child. Children have regular upkeep.
You right, but what if I just do that for the child? Whatever the child
you
need, I buy it for the child.
Then that's fine with me.
Yeah, but a lot of females say this. A lot of females say this. Well, I got bills, but you would have those bills if you didn't have a child.
Right. You're right.
Your
about
rent,
that.
your lights, your cable, your food, you still would have that.
Nah, children need a hell of a lot.
What?
Children
Oh, yeah,
will
them kids
mess
eat.
up. This is my thing. Let me tell you, the perfect thing with me and my child's father, whether it's my son's father, if it's between in court or if you make a verbal agreement, we ended up going to a mediator.
Right.
But if you can communicate enough to create this on your own, some type of agreement where you contribute financially, whether you just do for the child or whether you give me something monthly to do whatever with, and then you get the child sometimes. A lot of parents, a lot of guys, I'm not going to say a lot of, but some people think giving the money excuses you from doing
Oh, yeah,
things,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're
Support
right.
or physically, so they don't get the child a couple days a week. But I can guarantee you, having that child with you an extra couple days a week, you're gonna buy more food. Your lights probably gonna be running extra. It does, that little stuff does add up. Once, if you're contributing equally, you'll see where you might be spending a little more because the child is actually in your custody. But I'm not saying you get them whole week, I get them a week. If you get them 2 or 3 days out of the week and every other weekend, we good.
Shit, I want my daughter
And then
to stay with me.
contribute. Hey.
Well, have you communicated that? I think basically what
Share
you're saying
custody.
is it's a
Share
communication
custody.
thing,
If-
right?
If you can do that verbally through with yourselves, amongst yourselves, or if you go to court, but a shared custody agreement would help out and give everybody a little bit of idea of what the other person is going through. But for me to constantly have this child, like my daughter goes to cheerleading, she does tumbling, she's in dance.
Right.
All that adds up.
You're right.
I gotta leave work and go take her to practice.
You're
I
right.
gotta be there to get her from practice. I have to feed her in the morning, and if she ain't in school, for lunch, and then a snack, and this, and it, all that stuff does tend to add up when the child is in your care.
custody. Yeah, you're right.
So just be a little bit more sympathetic to the fact that I'm really bearing the brunt of the responsibility.
Or don't be a
come to
sorry
me-
ass baby daddy.
Don't come to me with all the excuses if you can find another way to do it on the outside. Go to a friend, a mama, a sister, or somebody. Make me the last person that you take from. Because if I still have obligations to handle, guess what? I can't turn to FP&L when that happens. I can't go to Publix. I can't go.
You can make a payment arrangement.
I mean, arrangement, but why do I
You
want to?
can make a payment arrangement.
Why should I have to?
Because I
back
would
my
say
bills
I don't
up?
have a problem making a payment arrangement.
But why should I
Our
have
payment
to make a
arrangement's
payment
fine.
arrangement if part of what you're going to contribute to me is going to help with that?
I don't mind. To be honest, I don't mind paying child. It's just the stuff that come along with it when you don't have the steps and
Well,
you
guess
got to
what?
go through.
But
Try
my
not-
question
try not
is
to
why
not
guys don't want to pay the child support?
It's not that they
I don't
don't
mind
want to.
paying
We just
it.
said
I don't
you
mind
No,
paying
but
it.
it's some of them that don't want
Because
to pay
a
it.
lot of them, I don't want them in my business. Why you had to go to this person to make me? But you're not doing. If you're doing, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do it. There are some women that will just go down there to make your life a living hell
Yes,
because
it-
they know what you're going to go through.
That's like putting the
But
police on them, dude.
If you're working with me, if you're doing regularly, and when you do run into a hiccup, you say, well, this happened, I'm going to try my best, da-da-da-da-da. Like I said, make me the last person that you come to with a story.
Okay,
Ooh, child, I'm glad I ain't no baby
I got a
daddy.
question for you though. All right, say you got a dude. He's good with your child. He pays his child support. But as the child get older, the child wants more expensive things. What if he say, well, I'm just gonna get my child. I ain't buying all that expensive shit. I'm gonna just pay my child support and that's it. Is he wrong?
Hold up, wait. If
Like, say you got prom coming up, they want a car. Like as they get older, they start wanting more things like
Right.
that. So he be like, oh, well, I'm still gonna take care of my child. I'm gonna give you the little whatever. I give you a month and that's it. I'm not spending nothing else out my pocket. You went down there and talked to them about that. That's what I'm gonna give them white folks. What you want?
I know
They say
somebody
pay
that
this,
said that.
but then some females feel like they wrong for. Oh, you petty, you sorry. How?
But
You
if
went
that's
down. This is what you
something-
want.
That's something that you as the father have to, sit down and think about, because then you could be like, okay, yeah, I do give her $200 a month, but it is my son's or my daughter's prom, so let me go ahead and do a little extra.
No, I do that.
But not just
some,
you,
some
but
No, but
dudes-
he's just
in
saying.
general, that's something that the father or even the mother has to sit down and think to themselves, should I do this? Should I give this extra,
Right.
compensation for
Right.
them?
Well,
Right.
this is what I would say on that. If you have it to do it.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah.
But the extra for the prom and the extra for the Jordans versus a clean pair of Nikes, that's not mandatory. As long as you have shoes on your feet, as long as I buy your ticket and I make sure you go dress clean, you might not pull up in a Bugatti, but you're going to
But
get there.
you know how I
might
feel?
not have the latest Jordans, but you're going to have shoes on your feet. So as long as you're providing the necessities, I think, you're doing your part. But if you do have the money to spare, don't take it out on your child because you may have what the
That
mama
mama,
did.
right.
I didn't tell my mama to go to child support. I didn't ask y'all to make me.
Right.
This is something that y'all can't get together. But as your child, if you have the extra, do for me.
I think it always should be in the child's interest, and I think
But
the
people-
parents should put whatever they
come on.
have against to the
That's
side.
like too much like
But-
right.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not, me personally, this how I feel, and this how I conduct my life. If I can wear foam posits and Jordans, and
Your son
I'm not
should be
gonna let my
wearing them
kids
too.
wear crazy.
Thank you.
I might well buy them the same shoes I buy.
Exactly.
And that same thing with the mamas. If they can get their hair done every 2 weeks, their kids should be walking around.
Conversation with us. What's good?
Sorry ass mammies.
Period.
Conversation with us.
How you doing?
We doing all right. How you doing?
Hey.
Who is this?
Can you?
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, can you hear us? She said she can't hear us.
It's a delay in the what's name. No, the radio have a delay.
The what?
It's like a delay. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Hey, cut down.
gotta
However
cut
you're
down
listening
your-
to us, cut it down.
Gotta turn that down.
Yeah.
yeah. There you go.
And then tell us who this is.
Important to have communication. It's very important to have communication.
Yeah.
You keep the communication open. That will cut down on a lot of confusion when
Right.
it comes to co-parenting with the child. And then everybody gotta just be compassionate. And remember, you were a kid too.
Right.
True.
And I think if everybody could put themselves in the kids'
Right.
place, then it could be a little better. We always.
I ain't never think about it like that.
A line in the sand that we have to have a truce.
Right.
So let's make it important for the kids. And let's do this, that, and the other.
That make a lot of sense.
I agree.
Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. What did she say?
She said, go ahead.
She said that basically communication. If you try to work with each other, co-parenting, and you think about the best interest of the child, like you said, and remember that you too were once a child, you might have a little bit more sympathy for how you beef with the other parent because it should be all about the child.
Yeah.
Which I completely
Yeah,
agree with.
and like you said, that's too much to be right.
I
That's
never
in a
thought about it
perfect
coming
world.
from a kid's point of view.
Yeah.
Like if I was a kid thinking about my parents in a
Like I
child
said,
support situation.
Everybody could be all set at one point, but they gotta, put a line in the sand and say, this come here, this decide, and we're gonna do this.
That's real.
Right.
And put the child first. We forget all the dumb stuff.
Yeah,
We
I agree.
have the kids now. We have to be adults about things.
Right.
All right.
So do you go through a situation like this with your baby daddy?
Someone, they skip down to having their film again. And that's how it should have been.
Say that again.
I said, my kid's father, he left town.
Oh,
But I
okay.
wish he would have stayed here so we could have kept the communication.
Oh,
open.
okay. Okay.
And even after years later, I reached out, and still was nothing, So now I feel that he's ashamed. Because so many years have gone by, and he haven't done anything that now he's too ashamed to step forward. So a part of me now want to still reach out to him and let him know it's okay. You know what I mean? We listen him forward.
Are you or the kids able to reach out to him?
We don't know. I've tried, but we don't know. We don't. I've talked to family members, but they won't.
So he a
give
deadbeat
me
baby
the
daddy,
telephone
deadbeat
number, and
baby
They
daddy.
haven't called me, but that haven't happened
Well,
either.
she don't look at him as a deadbeat though. She wants to work with him.
Yeah.
She said if she can get in contact with him, she wants to work with him and let him know like
But
we're not
the
gonna hold
kids
no
are
grudges.
adults now.
But
We
clearly,
have
if he know he got kids out here that he's not involved
Yeah, but they
with,
grown now.
adults.
They're grown now.
grandkids,
Yeah.
How long has he been out of their life,
Let's
though?
go forward.
Yeah. It's never too late.
For the grandkids' sake,
Right.
Well, it shouldn't be too late, but let me tell you something. I held a grudge with my dad for a long time. It took me well into my 20s. I held a grudge with him I used to write him and curse him out so bad.
Well, at least y'all knew y'all daddy.
I knew him.
I ain't know mine.
I knew him.
I used to. I still watch Ayana Fix My Life or whatever, and because in your mind, like I say with my daughter, she's a grown woman now, but she's still that 3-year-old girl that he walked out on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what age you were when you had the problem with your father, but you were still, in your mindset, that's where you are now. You still remember that, how you felt.
I remembered it for a while, like well into my 20s, but I was so angry and I lashed out at him, but once I started having children, he actually stepped up and was a way better grandfather for them than he was a dad for me. And I just made a conscious decision that I didn't want to continue to have that bitterness between us. And sadly enough, when we were having like the best relationship, he was murdered. And I cried for a long time to my stepmom, like I regret that I took for granted the time that we could have had, being angry
But thank
about.
God that you all still you did come together, you know. You have that. You have loving memories of it.
Well, thank you for calling in.
Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate the talk.
You know, and thank you guys. And good
All right,
job.
good night.
God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much.
Good night. Bye-bye.
So what it seems like, it just boils down to you have to have communication. Because if you have communication from the get-go, it should be no reason that the mama should put the baby daddy on child support or vice versa.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, that's true, but people be in their feelings about so many different things. It boils down, for me, sometimes I just feel like I'm being disrespected, and it's like I'm not going to work with you if you are not going to respect me. You can't call me out of my name. You can't talk to me any kind of way, and then think you're going to call my phone and I'm going to work with you.
See,
It's not going to happen.
That was my problem. I admit that. Like, when I get mad, I used to
Yeah,
disrespect her. That's one thing she
Yeah.
hated. She disliked about me.
right.
I get real disrespectful, and she don't want to hear that. That's why she can't talk to me.
Yeah.
So that's really my fault.
You
Conversation
call
with
that
us.
Jumping tonight.
Conversation with us.
Hi, Kamal. This is Crystal.
Hey,
What's up,
Chris.
Crystal?
Okay, so I have a question. I don't know if y'all heard about it or anything, but you know Gucci Man living this high lifestyle and stuff with his wife, buying these cars
heard
and
about that.
things and all this stuff, but he only paying his baby mama $2,000 a month. Do y'all feel that is right?
For one child?
But wait, the child
on.
is disabled too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The child is disabled?
Yeah, the
See, I
child is
didn't know that.
disabled.
Yeah, I didn't know that. In this,
So, but
in
do
that
y'all
case,
feel that is right?
in that case, no.
No.
A disabled child takes a lot more care. She probably can't work like she would like to, if she even really want to work. But if she was like a stand-up person and really wanted to work, it's probably taking a lot of time away from what she could be doing to make more money. No, I think he should be responsible for more than that. But he's not responsible for her living a glamorous lifestyle either. That's not his job. His
But so
job
what-
is to take great care of his child.
I think I heard or read that he was only paying her like $2,000.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what she said.
She can't.
Yeah.
You can't hear that good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I first heard about that, my whole thoughts on that was like, that's just messed up because you're out here buying your wife Bentleys and 2 matching Bentleys as that. His and her Bentleys, and you have this disabled child that you only paying $2,000 a month, which clearly, people struggle
Right.
off of the average family struggles off of $2,000 a month.
Right.
So clearly you're in a position where you're financially able to provide for your kids, let alone a disabled child. So
But is it
that's
his
stubborn
job?
and selfish.
I mean, if he
feel
decides,
like I feel like if you live in this lifestyle, you should want your child to live that lifestyle as well.
But I
In
think,
2000,
do we
I
actually
agree.
know? He probably paying the hospital bills. We don't know what else he does. That's probably what she gets.
right.
She probably gets a check for
Well,
$2,000.
from what we know.
Yeah,
From
she
what
on the
we
back
know.
end, he's probably doing other stuff as well, but we don't know that.
If they have if she got a nice house, a decent car, he don't have to buy
I'm
her
pretty sure
a
they on
Bentley.
insurance.
He don't
and
have to
so
buy
that-
her a Bentley because he went and bought his wife a Bentley.
Right.
It's not his job to provide that lifestyle for her. His wife is who he chose to marry, and he should spoil the shit out of her. But your baby mama should be set up straight.
But the way she
As
presents,
your
I
child's
agree.
mother, she should be set up straight. If you can buy your wife a Bentley, you can make sure I got me a cute little Mercedes or something.
So she could be
Get
riding.
me-
So
buy
she
me
ride
a
around
nice
with another
house.
dude in the car.
Come on, that's not your business. You setting me up so that your child can be straight.
What
It's
you
not
said,
about
Chris?
worrying
Why
about
my child gotta be straight in the Benz
why your wife
No,
need
Why can't it be
it's
an
just
Impala or a
life-
van?
it's just a lifestyle that
Impala.
you live
or a
in.
van? What's the difference?
No, if you driving a Phantom, I want to be driving something
At least
equal
a
to
little
that.
cute
too.
little
So
Benz.
so your partner can be on the other side, floss. Ooh, look what we got.
Oh my God.
But you should want your baby mama to be
Straight.
up on her
That's your
game
baby
too.
I want your baby mama to be like on the
If
same,
you can.
not on the same
Wait, Krista,
level,
what you
but
said?
at least
So you think she'll do it if the other table turn around like she had the money? You think that'll happen? No.
Right?
No, ain't no
You
money.
don't know that.
Krista, what you say?
You don't know. I don't know. But I feel like he can pay more than $2,000.
I definitely feel like he could pay
I
more than
agree he could.
$2,000.
But what did I tell y'all at the beginning of this conversation? That when you go through child support, they determine as a neutral party what each parent is responsible for.
That's not
so
what.
even though yes they do.
I didn't sign up for nothing. They just automatic nothing.
Well, you need. Guess what you can do? Go back
Well,
down
you need to
there.
go down there and talk to somebody.
But $300
'Cause you
ain't
need
nothing.
answers.
It's nothing to you, so you don't care.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
care.
You
Did
didn't
you
show up for court, and they made a judgment against you. But they petition you for
Exactly.
financial.
You ain't show up
Listen,
for court.
back then I ain't even have no address back then. I was
Okay,
just
so
running the street.
you can't argue about it then. You got what you get then.
They petition you for financial documents and everything before they make a decision on how much you're responsible for versus the parent.
But
The mom.
when I did go to court,
That's why
I was paying $300. I said, well, I don't got no job. When I had a job, paying
Wait,
$300.
she talking.
Oh,
What
go
did
ahead.
you say?
I said well, from what I heard, she's trying to take him back to court, whatever, to get more money because that was from years ago.
Right.
And she feel like his
That's true.
salary is way more now.
He's
And
gonna be
still
responsible
trying to
for
say
more.
He's not making that much more
Yeah,
than
he
he
is.
was, but yet you're on social media buying all these things.
He just bought her like this massive ring the other day for her birthday.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
you got like people like Puff Daddy was paying what, like $19,000.
Well, you can't
A
compare
child.
Puff Daddy and Gucci Mane.
But
That's
Gucci Mane
way-
still living a
what?
nice life,
And
and
what
he can
child
afford
need
more.
$19,000
And
a
all
month?
Puff baby mamas is living
Straight.
a good life.
Thank you. Now that's one person
Yeah.
that makes sure all his baby mamas
Yeah,
straight.
They don't even
Puff
have to
Daddy,
work
he
no
makes sure
more.
all his
They
money
don't.
good.
That's because of the type of man that he's a man,
man.
that's making enough
Amen.
money, and he
That's-
want
that's
them to
what-
be
that's
straight.
right.
So that means
If
And that
it's
should
not-
be in
I'm
every
not asking
baby
you-
daddy's
I'm
mind.
not
They
asking
want their
you
baby mama to be
exactly,
straight.
to
That
be
should be in
straight.
every baby daddy's mind.
Exactly. If you can
Yes, it
afford
should be.
we're not asking you
Absolutely.
to work a 9 to 5.
Wait, you think they want the same thing for you?
But
Well,
but you're
thank you.
making it. You're
No, no.
making it. At the bottom line, you're making it. Let's
Because
not go
9 out
back.
of 10, realistically speaking,
I don't want her doing bad.
The
I
guy
want her
is
to be doing
always
good
the-
Right.
because she reflects on my child. I want
Exactly.
you right though, but all that Benz and all no. I buy your ass a van. You good with that?
Don't buy me
A
a
van.
Benz van.
What?
Buy me a
a
Sprinter.
band, yeah, a Sprinter,
Buy me
okay.
a Sprinter.
Well, it's
Oh,
different.
y'all buy you a
If-
Sprinter.
if you can do it, if you can, if it $19,000 is nothing to Puff a month. That's like a drop in the bucket. He might spend $19,000 on a coat. The
So
thing
that's
is,
why
if
you
you
got
can
these
socks.
do it,
That's why you got these black Chinas out
I'm
here.
not
For
asking
stuff
you.
like this.
I'm not, and those they
And
get
Black
caught up.
China's getting
They
her,
let-
and she's doing it
thank
the
you.
right way.
They let her
That's
get caught
definitely
up.
not the right way.
They let her get caught up.
Black China done got caught up, and she is set.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not.
it's not, but
So
it's
she using
smart.
she losing a little twat to get good in
Well,
life.
y'all
Yeah,
fall for it,
yeah,
Y'all
y'all do.
who?
men.
You right.
That's they let it be a come up because if they practice who they slept with a lot more, they wouldn't be able to be a come up for somebody.
All right, thank you, Krista.
I say I ain't gonna win this conversation.
Bye.
Nope.
Bye.
But I'm definitely buying a van.
You never, when it's a guy, and when they talk about child support and the baby mama and the baby daddy, let's just be clear, the baby daddy's never gonna win. And at the end of the day, if Gucci Man is out here living his good life, his baby mama and his disabled child and his kids should be living something of a good life as well. And they shouldn't be living in no apartment. He should have them in a house
A
with a
paid-for
picket
house.
fence and with a dog and with a pool.
We might not want a fence or a dog, but
Well, I want a fence.
house paid for,
I-
a car that's paid for.
If I had it like that, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just talking trash though, but I would definitely want my baby
Yeah.
mama straight though.
right.
I don't know about no these cars y'all talking about though. She'll be
So
straight.
bottom
though.
line is communication is key. Communication is key in any relationship. You
Right.
got to have communication because
Right.
if you have communication, that's the ground and that's the foundation.
Communication and respect. If you have
to
respect
set
for
the
somebody,
tone.
it's a lot of things that you're going to consider before you make a move. How
That's-
you talk to somebody, what you do to somebody, respect and communicate. Even without communicate, respect will allow you to communicate effectively because you're always going to consider how your actions affect somebody else. And if you have respect and consideration for somebody, y'all will have a great relationship,
That's
and that's
true.
with anybody.
You right. That's true though. We on good terms. I definitely
Yeah.
respect even if I think it's about to be an argument. I just
Like
back
just
off and
dead it. Yeah,
I
dead
dead
it.
it. Just,
We'll come back to this later because
Yeah.
it's not worth
Because
it.
you know girls can go on and on and on
Yeah.
when they fussing.
Right.
I mean, you're never gonna win with us.
You right.
You're never gonna win with us.
Okay, sis.
Let's just be clear. You're never gonna win.
Thank you.
You're gonna lose. You're setting yourself up for the kill. So that's just what it is. So we're doing a segment called Ask Maul, and basically what that is that People call in, people DM, people email questions that they're going through with their significant other, and I give y'all my best humble advice on it. And
Take it with a grain of salt, people.
but and it's straightforward. It's no sugarcoating. I'm just gonna tell y'all what I think. So one of the questions that I did get was from someone who wants to remain anonymous, and basically her situation is that her and her boyfriend are together, and they've been together for a while now, I'm assuming, but he does not know how to perform oral sex, and she has a big problem with this. So
Teach him.
Hello.
Teach him.
my thing is,
When he doing it, tell him
You teach
that
him.
ain't right.
I like
Right.
this.
I like. Okay, that's good. Stay right there.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Again, communication.
You
There you
got
go.
to communicate. Everything falls back to communication.
Communication.
It's plenty of porn sites out here that can teach him what
Hands
to
on,
do.
brother.
But I wouldn't trust a porn site. Nobody can't tell you how to make me feel.
Right.
better. I'm gonna
But
tell
you
them,
can
open
watch.
your mouth.
But you can watch the porn and then see.
All females are not the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, but still, you can get some type of
Idea.
idea in your mind on what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to.
You don't think?
Pornhub is free, people.
It's plenty of free porn
But I'm
sites
pretty
out
sure
there.
he watched porn before, so I'm pretty sure he done
He
seen it.
probably just don't know how to do it. And maybe what worked for a different girl doesn't work for her. So just tell him.
Yeah.
But just be
But you have
don't
to
do
tell
it
him.
in a
I'm pretty
embarrassing
condemning
sure he
way.
knows.
Yeah,
don't do it in
yeah.
a condemning
'Cause
way.
people
Just
can be
like
embarrassed though.
No, but I'm pretty sure he knows because, I'm pretty sure, you don't make the noises and you're not
she might fake
into it.
I was just
and,
gonna say that.
She
or then
might
she might
fake.
even do fake it.
But
I
why
mean,
fake it if you want him to do it the right way?
Exactly.
So
So whoever you are, don't
I
shortchange
mean,
yourself.
I've faked plenty of stuff before. I mean, I think everybody has. You've never faked nothing?
Yeah, I faked before.
Have you ever faked anything?
yep.
Okay, then. So, I mean,
Just so I can get the hell up out of there.
but at some point, you're going to have to say,
Oh yeah, I'm
look,
gonna call you. I'm out of here.
at some point, you're going to have to say, wait a minute. This not working.
But
No.
if you're in a relationship, that's a talk.
But
They gotta
if
sit
you're
down
in
and
a
talk about.
relationship, it should be easier for you to communicate that with
You don't
them.
even gotta sit down. Just when they down there, just tell them what to do.
Yeah,
More of
but-
this, less of that.
And maybe if they don't know what to do, maybe
Ow,
they just
that
don't
hurt.
want to do it.
That could be true too.
Well, he don't want to be in a relationship then.
Thank
Well,
you.
then he need to go his separate ways, and then, Mama, you need to go your separate ways too, and you need to go
Not about
find
head.
somebody that knows how to do it, and you need to test them ahead of time. When a nigga try to run up on you and try to talk to you, hold on, let's go real quick and just test them.
before-
Do not listen to
Before
that.
y'all end this, if they're in a relationship, then she been knew he couldn't do it.
I mean, that's the problem.
Well, she decided
doesn't
to
know
ask
how to
him
tell
what
him.
To say to him.
She
does not know
dead.
how
She
to
supposed to
tell
been
him.
left like, oh yeah, he ain't the one
Oh
then.
my God, you guys are so
But
superficial.
they may be in love though.
Yeah,
But all this time you fall in love, he couldn't do
but
it.
we don't know
But
how long they've been
Love
together.
can be a funny thing.
I'm sure it wasn't no month or two. I'm pretty sure he been
Love make
down
you do some
there
crazy
biting
things.
the wrong places and doing crazy junk.
Somebody said grab their head and got him.
I know that's right. That's what you got to do.
No, talk.
Position
Talk.
them.
Yeah.
Well, guiding is still talking to them though.
Yeah.
You can still guide them and
Nah,
talk to
she
them.
said grab their head and.
Oh, fuck that.
All right, come on. What's your next question?
So yeah, just talk to them. Again, like someone just said, grab their head and guide them, and and give him 3 more chances. And if he does not know what he's doing on that 3rd chance, you need to leave him and go find somebody else that can
Girl,
do
not
it.
about head.
So, the other question was that this person wants to remain anonymous too. That her and her boyfriend have been in a relationship for 9 years and they have 1 child together. So they have these breakups and I'm guessing they're like weeks and months. And in that time frame of them breaking up, she goes out and dates someone else and do her thing on the side. I'm assuming he would do the same thing. If not, he's a fool. But when they get back together, he's always bringing that up to her, and she does not know what to do. My thing is, if y'all are in this type of situation, that seems like it's the norm for y'all. For me, and me on the outside looking in, if you're so quick to run and be with somebody else when y'all are not together, that just tells me that you are doing that same thing when y'all are together. And so that's probably the problem that he's having, is that he don't trust you. Because it's clear if we break up, yeah, we break up, but we've been together for 9 years. We're vested with each other. We have a child together. So it should be no reason for you to just go run out and go be with somebody else just because we've broken up. So his issue probably is that, he just does not trust you at all. And so my advice to you would be, don't go on no one night stand and y'all gonna get right back together.
Right.
It just does not make sense.
Right.
And then I'm pretty sure if he was to go do the same thing, you will be bringing it up to him. He'll probably feel the same way. So if y'all gonna get back together,
just hold your horses. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I'm
No
pretty sure
trust,
even
no
if y'all
relationship.
broke, huh?
No trust, no relationship.
Right.
So
even if y'all are broken up, I'm pretty sure
that's nasty anyway. It's too much shit out here to be doing that.
Right, but even if y'all are breaking up, I'm pretty sure if you are in a sexual need, I'm pretty sure he's not going to deny that from you. So,
but you'll probably be wanting to hold. You don't want to call them. That's like giving in.
Yeah, but it's a pride
But you don't
thing.
go give it to
Y'all
somebody
women,
else.
You just gotta hold out. I agree.
y'all women are very prideful.
Yes, but
y'all
you gotta
are
hold out.
very, very prideful.
Oh, nice, y'all.
Yeah, y'all are very, very prideful, and y'all have to work on that, because I'm that's not, that don't fall in my category.
So you just keep the jump ship.
Right, I mean,
On a different question, you jump ship.
I'm the best of both worlds. So, I'm with you on certain things, and I'm with the women on certain things. But, it's just, for you to be a woman, it's just not a good look for you, because then he's looking at you in all sorts of ways. And I'm pretty sure he's telling his homeboys the same thing. And one thing about them homeboys, you got to be careful with them, because if they find out that you out here thotting,
They gonna want
and
some.
being Tatiana,
They gonna want some.
they gonna want some of that same thing.
Trust me.
And believe me, if it's quick for you to give it up to somebody else in the heat of a moment, you're gonna give it up to that homeboy too.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm sorry, baby girl, but if that's not the answer that you wanted to hear, I can't help you.
So your answer is just keep your legs closed. You know y'all gonna get back
Right.
together. Just chill.
Right.
All right.
Just keep
No
your
trust,
legs,
no relationship.
yeah, just keep your legs closed, period.
Period.
Does anybody have any comments or anything that they want to ask us on social media?
I don't think so.
Anything? Okay. So, nothing on your end?
Nope.
Let's go ahead and give someone the asshole of the day. Asshole of the month.
Asshole of the month.
Out of Monique, Steve Harvey, and Jussie Smollett. Y'all know my vote goes to Jussie Smollett.
Me too.
I think what he did was very careless. I think it was irresponsible. I think that it was just plain out stupid for him to do something like that. I want to know what his motive was behind it, because you telling me that you're not getting paid enough on Empire is just not going to cut it for me. I think that, again, by you being a black African gay male, you should have more sense and you should have more knowledge. And I feel as though that you had this conversation with somebody else, and that person should be getting asshole of the month too, because they agreed with you on doing it. And even the two guys who agreed to beat your ass should be getting asshole of the month too.
Asshole.
Everybody needs to get asshole of the month, because it was just a stupid, dumb move. And now you have to sit down and think about it. Was it all worth it? Was it worth you going to jail? Was it worth you bonding yourself out of jail?
Tiana, you said the same person, right?
Jussie, all day.
All day. So they get what? Come on.
They definitely get the asshole of the day. Asshole of the month. They might get the asshole of the year, because this ain't gonna go away no time soon.
Trump gonna get
Oh, we got a caller.
We got the asshole fart of the month. Conversation with us.
I have a comment about Jussie.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
My comment about Jussie is, I will say that he may have been wrong, and none of us are perfect. But at the same time, I would like to say that, what about Barbecue Becky and so many others that have made lies up? They're not looking at time, and I just don't think it's fair that we are putting so much emphasis on Jussie when so many others have skated by with no charges or any type of charges.
Dealing with the police at all.
Well, name some people.
She
just
said
did.
Barbecue Becky and who else?
Yes, there's been, and then there was the guy, there was a young man in Rome, Georgia. He had the rape allegations against him where the girl made up the whole lie where it was consensual. But when, when it came down to her father knowing and all that, she put everything on the guy, and he was looking at rape charges, and he had all type of allegations against him. And there was, the girl got right off.
Okay.
Well,
And
with the Barbecue Becky situation, she didn't file a report. She just called. So I think there's a difference because you can't, like, noise disturbances are things that you can call and report. It might not be that serious, but she didn't actually file a false police report. She called about a noise claim that she shouldn't have even been, like, paying attention to. It wasn't anything to really disturb her. You know what I'm saying? It was a barbecue. So they were allowed to be there.
But then it all falls back on that, when stuff like this happen and you're a black African male or female, you have to move smarter.
I
you
agree
just
with
have
that.
to move smarter because the spotlight is going to get
waiting.
put on you. They are
Right.
waiting.
They are waiting.
You're like a
So
sitting duck
I
that's
agree
waiting
with
to get plucked. So you just have to be smart about it.
And that's a crime anyway.
Right.
To make a
I
false
just
report.
think so many allegations and so much emphasis is put on Jussie because he is a celebrity.
They got to make an example too.
That's
That's the whole key. They have to make an example.
But now what I do want them to do is to keep that same energy with R. Kelly because all the evidence and all the proof is in the pudding. And so Chicago PD needs to
Here we
do
go.
that
Here
same
we go. This
different
Chicago.
thing.
Just because we're in Chicago, we got to bring R. Kelly up.
Yeah, because R. Kelly need to be behind the
They're
jail
working
cell
on
as
him,
well.
and those are two totally separate situations.
So thank you for calling. And what's your name?
This is Latissa.
Thank you,
Hey,
Latissa. Have a good
Latissa.
night.
Thank you.
So, asshole of the month definitely goes to Jussie Smollett.
Jussie.
So thank y'all everybody for tuning in to our second episode of Conversations with Us Uncut. Tiana is going to take us out with our motivational quote.
And, well, I don't have a quote tonight. I just wanted to remind everybody out there that's listening, that's supporting us, stay true to yourself. If you lose you trying to be something that you're not for other people, you have nothing. You don't have a life. You don't have anything. You're going to constantly be miserable. You're going to constantly be sad. You're going to always be working to try to prove yourself. And I just feel like stay true to you and let the people that gravitate to you and, like, motivate you in a positive light, put you in your place when you need to be. Those people that genuinely care about you are going to help you be your best self. But start off with being true to yourself, and I feel like everything that you deserve in life is going to come to you, even through good and bad times, because those times come, they make you stronger, they mold your character, they build you up. But when you stay true to yourself, you're going to eventually find that happiness that you're looking for. And I got my motivation from this by having a little bit of self-reflection this morning on my way to work. I kind of bothered Kamal and Gator that I just woke up in a pissy mood, and I just felt like I was putting up with so much. It's not.
It sure is.
We're used to it. You're good.
Oh, God. But I woke up in a pissy mood, just putting up with stuff that I felt like I was just like, why? Like, why are you even dealing with this? Why does it have your energy, your time? And I realized that I was doing and trying to put up with stuff that didn't sit well with my spirit. I'm big on energies and positivity and being one with yourself. And so, yes, Selena, you too. But I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Like, remember to stay true to yourself, and everything will be okay. So I wish everybody peace and love.
This Conversation with Us Uncut. See y'all next month, every third Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Mwah.
Blueface, baby.